Hey everyone, welcome to week 3 of February for Prime Gaming. This time we got 2 free games through the Amazon Gaming app, and they are both 2D platformers, and we'll get into it. First up, we got BATS, which stands for Bloodsucker Anti-Terror Squad. It's about $10 on Steam, and you're looking at around like 2 hours, give or take, because of the difficulty of the game. And it came out in 2021. And this is a 2D arcade game, is how it's best described. You play as Count Bloodvein, and you have to rescue teammates from this terrorist group. Very old school style arcade feel. That's what they were going for. So overall, graphics wise, I've been a big fan of the retro stuff recently again. The modern games are like doing the retro 16-bit. It's really fun to play to me. So this wins for the look of the game. I enjoyed how they did it. This fast-paced fighting reminds me a lot of Katana Zero with the mix of Not a Hero. If you played those two games, you will know the feel of this one. You have a blood meter that's for life, and you can do special moves, and they vary per character. The main character you have like rips someone's heads off, and you can throw it. Another character I played as did a dive bomb. Also, this blood meter's your life too, so it's kind of like sacrificing your life to do a special move. With this fast-paced movement, the difficulty level increases pretty dramatically for each level, and it's dramatic because the game only has 5 levels, so each level you go to will get a little more difficult relatively fast. They introduce new bad guys in each of the levels, so the first level wasn't too bad for me. Second level, they introduced zombies, which immediately spit acid at you when they get up and does damage, so you have to always be on the lookout for them. When you die, you go back to the section you were on, and you have to replay with all the bad guys respawn, so it's not too bad there. Some of the bad guys did annoy me. Again, the zombies took me a little while. Just as soon as I saw them on the ground, I just got ready to dodge. There's a speedrun mode. Obviously, with 5 levels, they're kind of going for speed and the fast pace of the game. Overall, I was on the fence with this one. I could see this as a download or a not one for it, but I kind of leaned a little bit on the download. And the reason was, the pro for me was I was being challenged. I was enjoying the game for that aspect. Story mode, I didn't care about. And that kind of goes in the con. It's nothing unique to this game. The 2 games I listed above were done this platform a lot better to me. This does have the Dracula monsters aspect. If you're big into that, that didn't grab me immediately. So that was the cons here that may off-put you on this game to go more on the not side. So if you're wondering, both of these games didn't have a Metacritic score. That's why I didn't announce it for the last game. And One Hand Clapping, which is the game I'm about to talk about now, did not have a Metacritic score. Came out in 2022. Looking at about $15 for 5 hours of gameplay here on this 2D platformer with a twist. As you play as a character, there's not much described in the story, where you sing to interact with the environment. So yes, you have to have your mic plugged in to play this game. I'll talk about the graphics first. I love the look of the game. I liked how the characters looked, the bad guys with the shadow ghost style. The scenery was pretty well done. I had a blast just looking at the graphics. Obviously, sound was pretty well for a singing game. The puzzles were cool, a little on the easy side, but a lot of the puzzles had to do with like controlling your pitch of your voice to solve them, where I failed a lot. I am not a singer, as you can tell by my voice in these videos. So that's what made it very frustrating to me, because it would be like, hey, make a path that goes down, up, and then down, and it would take me like 5 tries to do that. If you are an actual singer and could control your voice really well, you might find these puzzles a lot easier. But not much on the story. Like I said, you're kind of hiding from these ghost figures, well, running away from them, and they're chasing you and kind of send you to other places. You can move and jump, so there isn't much gameplay. There isn't much platforming. A lot of it's just using your voice to make a path and then you jump to it. So it's not like interesting gameplay there. The concept here, I would say, heavily outweighs the game. I like the concept of it that made it different, but playing it as a game kind of made it like a rougher thing. It was like, I like the idea, but the execution was a little weird. And also my voice did get tired after a half hour of playing. I had to stop at one point, which is something I don't sing, so maybe that's why. I just don't have the vocal cord strength. But overall, I would say not a download. The pro here would be, if you like the graphics, I think you'll be interested in if you like singing. The con here is the game puzzle difficulty is really on your voice. It's not really difficult. You could kind of see the path, but overall, it's your voice controlling it, and you might find that as frustrating as I did. So that is it for this week. Obviously, Bats would be my recommendation so far. I'll see you next week for, I think, 2 games come out, but I'll double check to make sure they're both on the Amazon Gaming app. But I'll see you next week. Peace.